Okay, I don't know which of you two is more racist, but it doesn't sound good to me.
Soy sauce
Chinese.
is an Asian ingredient. You put too much of it, it's going to taste more Asian.
People, there's nothing wrong with that. I just want to be the first to say that.
Kill the heat,
Bunch of
wait for the
racist
bubbling
people
to
around
stop,
me.
and then we'll make it up to the French by finishing this sauce with a lot of butter.
Yes!
Melted in gently so that it stays emulsified.
Yes!
One time when I was a kid...
Wait. So I can't talk about it being more Asian with more soy sauce, but it's okay with more butter. It's more French.
It's okay to be racist against white and especially French because they don't give a
Chef Brian Tsao here, not your typical chef, owner of Mission Sandwich Social, located in Williamsburg, Brooklyn, winner of Beat Bobby Flay Season 1, and today I'm going to be reacting to Adam Ragusea's chicken chasseur, Frenchy chicken stew with tomatoes and butter with your favorite co-host, Chef Paul Frenchy, the animal Dynamiel. Before I go on with today's episode, I do want to give a special shout out to my amazing patron, Elf2909. Thank you so much for your support. You, along with all the patrons, really do make a difference on this channel. And with that said, on to the reaction. New year, new Pro Chef Reacts episodes.
Why do you mean New Year?
Because by the time this comes out, this will be the new year. Now you've ruined it. Now everyone's going to know that we filmed this before the
That's
new year.
because you have that mug and I still have this mug.
Yes, you haven't gotten your own Get Fat mug, which by the time this episode comes out, these will no longer be available.
But the contents of mine are so much better.
I need coffee, buddy. I'm tired. So, with that said,
Yes.
new year, and we are reacting to a whole new channel we have never reacted to
This is
before.
good.
Yes, this is good. This is good.
Wait, good abuse Paul or a good I'm going to enjoy, like a Guga good? Is it Guga good or is it Jack good for you good? Is it for entertainment purposes?
It's for entertainment purposes.
Oh, it's not going to be good.
No, but he's making chicken chasseur.
Chasseur. Poulet chasseur?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah? Yeah? All right.
I just wanted to make a big, sloppy French country classic, chicken chasseur. Chasseur means hunter, just like chicken cacciatore means hunter's chicken in Italian, and it's the same basic concept in both cultures. Chicken stewed in tomatoes, but this is considerably Frenchier, you'll see.
Frenchier.
You can buy chicken pieces, but I'm starting with a whole chicken in part, because lately I have been grabbing these two big hunks of fat at the
Wait a
opening
second.
of the cavity.
I like that he had the knife in the chicken just served up. It was like a nice visual.
That was a good touch.
And look, he's not wasting the fat. That's going to be like the fat content.
I feel like you like this guy
I like this guy already.
Yeah. This guy's got a great podcast, by the way. Very nerdy. He's really into the food science, but also the quality of his work as far as his videography and production, I really respect too. I think it's incredible.
The overhead cam, like, we don't have anything like that.
We don't have anything like that. No, not yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we have Jordan.
We have
And
Jordan.
he makes wonderful
Can we put him on like a Mission Impossible type of pulley system where he's like dun 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 dun
Throwing them in the pan to render
perfect.
for my cooking fat.
Yes.
You can just use oil if you want. Moderate heat under that fat so that it doesn't burn while I chop up a pint of mushrooms, normal white button mushrooms, super cheap. You can slice them, but I think quarters taste more substantial. Carrot is not super common in this dish, but I want one and I have it, so yeah.
So he called them like button mushrooms, but white cat mushrooms or champignon de Paris, same names.
Okay. Then that's just the French way of saying button mushrooms. It sounds so much sexier.
Champignon de Paris.
In those go to start cooking in the schmaltz. If ever there was a time to use shallot instead of onion.
And for those who think I'm Jewish, that's a Jewish term, schmaltz.
Is it?
Yeah, it's chicken fat. You know when you go to Jewish delis and that?
Yeah.
Whatever, guys. I can fit into any scenario.
Except Asia.
No.
What? You're gonna start busting out Chinese on me now?
If I did right now, how f***ed up would you be?
I would. I probably wouldn't be able to talk to you for the rest of the day. Like our whole relationship's a lie.
And if I spoke it better than you, you'd be like, mother.
Yeah, 100%. Speaking of Chinese, I brought you here. Show the people the chili flake I brought you.
This one?
Yeah, lao gama.
Lao gama. That was good.
Yeah, it was pretty good. There we go. Yeah, that is the That is chili oil.
For my own personal use. And I love, how close do I need to get her picture? Oh, it's not out of focus.
But that with dumplings is the bee's knees, which I gave you a whole bag of for our Friendsgiving.
Yeah.
Friendsgiving gift.
And I told you, I made a whole day of cooking them, right?
Yeah.
And I ate them. I had all my condiments out and I tested every scenario, every variable, every combination, everything on them. They went. That whole bag went.
Did Blondie have any?
No.
No?
No.
Dude, that was like 4 or 5 dozen dumplings.
Yeah. That was a day worth of, I told you. Dumplings are my thing, bro. That was a day. It was dumpling day. It was dumpling day.
Dude, you look like a dumpling right now.
Oh, it's just the French pan sauce way. They're so fine that they tend to burn, so I'm not going to put them in until the mushrooms are about done. One thing I like about dropping in the fat hunks is that they keep on rendering as you cook. It's time-release fat. As the mushrooms absorb it, the chunks melt out even more.
Yeah.
This guy's good, right?
Trademark. I'm taking that.
All right, shallots in, and I'll turn the heat down so that I can break
And then
down
by
my
the time
chicken.
it cooks all the way through, it'll
I
be
usually
like a
start by
chicharron
cutting.
that'll be in the sauce.
Yeah.
And when you find that bit, you're the lucky winner.
Yeah.
Cutting the skin between the breast and leg quarters, and then I dislocate the thigh joints so that I can find them and cut through them more easily. That's generally how I break apart chicken pieces. It's a good method if you don't have a ton of skill with the knife. Stir that.
See, the thing is, this guy's so detailed too in his explanation, and I will give you this. I do talk a lot. I do draw out things sometimes. I'm sorry. And then Frenchy makes fun of me and starts falling asleep and hurts my ego a little bit. And I gotta say, Adam Ragusea does a great job of just like...
Keeps it simple, neat. It's neat and tidy.
Yeah.
You know, and to the point. To the point. Watch and learn.
Yes, sir. Yes.
I really like skin-on, boneless pieces for dishes like this, so I'm just shearing the breasts off of the carcass.
Right.
If you cut a breast in 2 pieces, it helps to cut about 2/3 up from the skinny end. Those are now equally sized pieces. I do want to debone my thighs. Underside of the thigh, cut along the bone, and then get in there with a smaller knife and just dig it out. Not that hard if you don't care about it being pretty. You can bone out legs, but I don't feel like it today. Season thoroughly with salt and pepper, and the really old school thing to do is coat the chicken pieces lightly in flour. This will make it nearly impossible to get crispy skin.
So it sounds like he's not missing a beat.
This is grandma style, bro.
Yeah.
But it helps the chicken brown, it thickens the sauce, and it helps the sauce bond to the chicken. I'll push my veg to one side and slide the pan so that they're a little off the heat.
I haven't seen this in a long time.
Really? This is
like removing it. Like this is like the reason why. And the reason why it's all one pot.
Yeah.
Is because my grandmother cooked this in the fireplace.
Yeah.
So you had a chain that came down, and you had this whole skillet that hung with a hand that hung over the fire, and you did everything in there. So yes, so you had to learn how to cook everything in one pot without burning it. You had to like, this would have been the way to do it, like over the fire, because that's all you have is that space.
Very interesting. Wow, this is over. It seems like this is already very much Frenchy approved.
I am loving this guy.
All right.
Wait, hold on. I'll be right back.
People can still see you right up there.
Gonna need some more cooking fat, and then in the chicken goes, skin side down. You can brown it in batches, but whenever you watch an old French grandma cook a fricassee like this, her pan generally looks like that.
And that's the proper term, a fricassee. Holy, this guy did his homework. To use that word, I haven't heard that word used. You know how I relearned that word? Because I didn't know what the word was. I only knew it from Bugs Bunny. Fricassee rabbit. That is so old. I just dated myself. That's like fricassee rabbit. Elmer Fudd.
Yes, I know Elmer Fudd.
Yeah.
I love Elmer Fudd.
Crowded. I don't want to brown chicken too much. When chicken skin especially gets really brown, it throws off some pretty nasty flavors. I want gentle golden browning, and I don't care if lots of it sticks to the bottom of the pan as I flip.
It's those little imperfections, those little gnarly, overdone here and overdone there, maybe not there. That's That makes it home style because you get a little bit all over the place and you get to enjoy a little bit of everything.
I like seeing you excited.
I am excited.
Very excited.
The bottoms have browned a bit. I'll turn off the flame so that I don't create an explosion and then deglaze with cognac. Lots of recipes use a little cognac plus white wine. I'm just doing a ton of cognac. I love it. Heat back on now that the bottle is safely away. You can ignite the booze if you want now, but that's mostly just for show. It's reducing
You don't
just
need to do
fine
that.
as is.
Except you flambéed the out of some stuff at Guga's. But it's definitely for
He
show.
wanted that.
Yeah.
He wanted that.
It's always for show.
I don't like to flambe.
You don't?
I know. I like to every ounce and every spittle of flavor I want to keep. So why waste it? Unless you're using the flambe to sear and to create caramelization. But like if it's just for show, no.
Okay.
A small can of tomatoes, crushed, diced, fresh, canned, whatever. Not too many. I don't want this to taste too Italian to me.
Oh, okay.
Italians are tomato heavy.
Okay, gotcha.
But that's a good quality canned tomato.
Yeah.
I would rather use that than fresh tomatoes actually.
Oh yeah, I mean, make no mistake, guys. There's no problem in using diced canned tomatoes and stuff because
little secret, when you're shopping, when the farmers pick their crops, the best product goes to cans, then it goes to frozen, and then the rest gets done is served fresh.
Frenchy, we have a podcast now, and a lot of our viewers actually don't know about it. Can you tell them about our podcast?
Tell them about the podcast?
So You Want to Get Fat podcast.
As Blondie would say, come get fat with me.
We talk about a lot more than just food. We give you a behind-the-scenes look at restaurants, but we also cover current events.
It's a work in progress.
It is a work in progress, and it'll always be a work in progress like you and I are. And
come on, we need to make So You Want to Get Fat the brilliant idea that it is big. Please share. Everybody needs to partake on this. We want everybody to get fat. You know, not size-wise, just...
So come join us. We'll see you there. Stay fat, everybody.
Yes.
I'm going to make my own stock later with these trimmings, but I might as well drop some of these bones in now to flavor this dish. Now we just cover and simmer for like an hour until
It's
the
an
chicken
extra
is
step
as
that I wouldn't
tender
want to
as
do.
you want it.
He's right. It'll add flavor, but it's
In an extra step.
an extra step. I would have put all that in the dish.
Right. Yeah.
From the beginning.
Same here.
I would have
would've
seared
left
all
it-
of that.
I would have left it bone in.
Yeah.
I love cooking my protein bone in.
Yeah, and all those bones would have helped.
Yeah.
And I love like when it comes off right off, like you hear that sound effect. No sound effect needed to be added.
I like when it's just getting fork tender,
Look at
but it's not
that.
in much danger of falling apart yet. That was about an hour, and out the pieces go. That lid has a lip, so they're not dripping. Nice. Time to
How many
finish the
people know
sauce
that?
by pretty much just boiling it down until it's thick.
'Cause you're gonna have to
which
wash
took me
it
about
anyway.
20 minutes. Lots of liquid in here to boil out.
And what is he doing right there, Paul?
Reducing.
Reducing.
So you see the nubbies? That doesn't look pretty.
Yeah. True.
And it's unattractive.
Yeah, so if you cut off all that cartilage and just expose the pure bone.
That would have
right.
exposed itself nice and clean.
That's a nice touch.
Remember, you'll have to stir more often as you go, because as it thickens, it's more likely to stick to the bottom and burn. Okay, nobody tell the French, but I'm going to take my additional salt in the form of soy sauce. I have increasingly been hiding soy sauce in...
I do that. So, and I'm French.
There was one person that showed me when they make French onion soup, they put in a little dash of a dark soy.
Well, you know what? I would rather, because the original recipe for onion soup is you burn an onion. You burn an onion to get that dark color into your into your onion soup, right? But it has a bitter taste to it.
Right.
You know, it's like I said, like onion soup traditionally is a quick recipe that you do after, Christmas Eve mass, like after midnight, you make onion soup after you've done mass. So like at 1 o'clock in the morning, you're making a quick onion soup and you burn that onion. The soy sauce omits, you get the same coloring without the burning of, without the bitter taste of the burnt onion.
Right. So you get the color, you get a little benefit of the salt, right? The umami, the word that you hate so much, but soy sauce has a lot of it.
Your mama. Umami. Where is your mom? Where's your mommy? Umami.
And if you use a little, it doesn't taste like Chinese food, it just tastes meaty.
Meaty.
Doesn't taste
Umami.
Chinese. Is that? That's a little.
No, if you put in too much, it's going to start to taste Asian, you know?
Okay, I don't know which of you two is more racist, but it doesn't sound good to me.
Soy sauce
Chinese.
is an Asian ingredient. You put too much of it, it's going to taste more Asian.
People, there's nothing wrong with that. I just want to be the first to say that.
Kill the heat,
Bunch of
wait for the
racist
bubbling to
people around
stop,
me.
and then we'll make it up to the French by finishing this sauce with a lot of butter.
Yes!
Melted in gently so that it stays emulsified.
Yes!
One time when I was a kid,
Wait. So I can't talk about it being more Asian with more soy sauce, but it's okay with more butter. It's more French.
It's okay to be racist against white and especially French because they don't give a f. I don't give a f. You know how many French jokes I've heard on? Good for you.
my parents took me to a fancy restaurant and I ordered the hunter's chicken because
a
it sounded
1%
safe.
problem.
And I was blown away by how rich and milky the sauce
Yes.
was. How do they do that? The answer is butter. A little more pepper, and I think
You know how people will add cream to a sauce?
Yeah.
Well, that go straight to butter. It's even better.
Yeah.
chicken pieces go back in, minus the inedible bones and such. Spoon all the pieces with sauce and let them reheat.
You see, that's a good step. Removing the meat. Don't let it get overcooked.
Yeah,
and
'cause it gets
fall
dry.
apart. Yeah, it gets dry. You know, by doing it now, he will still be able to get it tender, but the legs will still hold together. The thighs will still hold together.
Did he use any alcohol? The cognac, right?
Yeah, the cognac.
Yeah. You see,
That was like 4 minutes ago and you forgot that already.
again, like Marcel says, I've forgotten more than you will ever know. The only step that my grandma do, and that's a little secret that I have, is I marinate whatever alcohol I'm gonna use. I will marinate that protein in it beforehand, and then still you're not wasting it, and then still you save it and then put it back in.
Right. How long would you marinate it for?
Oh, at least overnight. Listen, I have the luxury of time.
Yeah.
The longer you take to do things in French recipes, the better they are.
Yep.
And this is why nobody wants to be a French chef.
Right.
A traditional French chef because it's labor intensive.
Very
Everybody wants everything ready.
Yeah.
Like these sauces, you can buy them made already.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah. And I see it, you still make your stock from scratch.
Yeah.
Like kudos to you. You know, that's becoming more and more of a lost art.
Is tarragon,
It is.
which has a mild licorice flavor. Drop that can
yes,
on
I
a
love
trivet in the
tarragon.
middle of the table, and you've got a darned impressive, easy, cheap,
Look how
and
beautiful that
tasty
is.
alternative holiday feast made.
Come on, that looks
Yeah, I'm
beautiful.
having it with egg noodles. Boil in salted water as long as the package says.
I love egg noodles. I love egg noodles. But the Germans make spätzle. That would be so much. Ugh. You know when you're reducing, that's when you would put in your spätzle.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Says drain, and if you melt some butter all over them, they can hold for hours until the chicken is done. Here's why I like boning out the thighs. So much easier to eat. Simple country
Very
classic
good.
for a reason, y'all. Give it a shot.
Very
Fork
tender.
back.
Good.
Fork tender, but it's still
Of
holding.
course it should be. Like my coq au vin.
If you guys come to Le Ravage, so we talk about the French onion soup burger so often, but I got to tell you, like my new favorite dish on the menu is the coq au vin. I love that
But
dish.
if I didn't want to be cheap, I would just put 2 thigh pieces, not the breast and the...
Right.
Because the breast never translates well into like those recipes.
Right.
Like when you're the head of the family and you like if you get to pick, I would pick the thighs and then the white meat would go to everybody else.
Yeah. Well, I mean, every time I have your coq au vin, every time I'm going into the breast meat part, I like break it down and kind of shred it
into the sauce.
And then I shred it into
And
the
then,
sauce.
but you eat the dark meat on its own.
Yes.
Then you
Yes.
shred the
Yeah, I
white meat
shred
into
the
the
white
sauce.
meat into the.
Yes.
But there's another.
I should almost give that instruction
Yeah.
to people who order it.
Yeah. But there's one more thing I do with your coq au vin.
What?
So I shred it, I mix it into the sauce, so it's almost got like kind of like that shredded chicken mole, pulled chicken,
pulled
but
pork.
then I take a piece of bread with butter on it and put that on top.
That should be a sandwich.
Oh,
Dude. You should do a sandwich.
Yeah.
We should 2 sandwiches.
yeah.
You take the little bourguignon recipe
Yeah,
with all the sauce and
Yeah.
everything that it has, and then it shreds, and then that's inside.
we can do a collab here. Like I'll supply you with the bread,
Dude, no, I'll supply you with the.
or we should both offer it at the same time, something like that. You know, like a 1 week special between our 2 restaurants.
Well, for me, it's gonna have to be a lunch special.
Okay, whatever you want, man. You know I'm flexible with you.
But I always the beef bourguignon. Like I always thought that the shredded bourguignon would have been a perfect taco filling.
Well, we are going to start doing cooking videos. Like I want to do French onion soup with you.
Wait, do you know can you make the bao? Or do you buy those?
Bao? The bao buns?
Yeah.
No, I don't make those. But there's so many places that make good ones.
I would love to do a shredded beef bourguignon bao.
Ooh. I really want to try it with my Dutch crunch bread. I'm gonna bring some loaves.
But how do we shred the beef bourguignon?
We will find a way.
Yeah. Are you making fun of me?
Maybe.
I don't care.
Give it a shot and report back. Just don't tell any French people if you make any changes.
And you see that original flour that he used when he dredged the chicken a little bit in the beginning recipe, doesn't need to be perfect for this recipe.
Yeah.
It's just like, you're getting on the chicken, you get a little bit of sear of it, but it's at the end of the day, it's to thicken that sauce.
Yeah. That was good.
That was a great video.
Wasn't that?
Can I see him? What does he look like?
Oh, you don't? Oh, yeah, that's right. You didn't see him.
Oh, this is where you look good in editing because Jordan will cut this out, and by the end of what I say, you pulled it up.
That's him, Adam Ragusea. Yeah, good looking fellow.
Very approachable.
Yeah, very approachable. He's got a great podcast.
He's got a good voice.
He's got a great voice. Makes great content. I just wanted to show you. I wanted your first exposure to Adam Ragusea to be something that you would connect.
Now,
with.
is he? Again, I'm showing my ignorance, but is he part of the food? YouTube?
Yeah. 1,000%.
That's like. I am.
I feel like he's on his own island, though. I don't really see him collab with other YouTubers.
Is he? Why? Is he not a chef?
No, he's not a chef. He's just a food enthusiast.
Why am I liking people who are not chefs?
But we've covered this a little bit. Like the
because they're coming from an angelic perspective.
Well, but they're also coming from a
they haven't been
tainted.
They
haven't been tainted.
They haven't
They're
been
not
tainted.
Jaded.
They haven't been tainted by the business.
Yeah, you and I, we are concerned with food costs, with labor, with time. We don't have the time to dedicate this. If I do have time, like I'm gonna take, save some labor and work a shift, something like that. At least that's
so.
where
Is this
I'm
his
at.
thing? Is this what he does?
This is what he does now. Yeah. I don't know. I don't recall what he was doing before. There's certainly a Wikipedia on him, but I want to save it. I want to save it for another day.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm glad you like this.
That was really good.
And I
that was like, that was soul healthy.
Yes, indeed. Indeed. All right, buddy. Well, it is the new year, or it's going to be the new year by the time this video comes out. Excited to react to a lot more stuff with you. We got some missions that we need to do this year, no pun intended. Release the ding dong sauce. Check out the So You Want to Get Fat podcast. And you know what, Frenchy?
Yeah.
So many of the people watching right now, they're not subscribed. Can you please just tell them the deal? Like what they need to be doing right now?
Dun. Come on, guys, subscribe. I mean, it's just this. Subscribe.
Hey, are you enjoying this content and want to stay up to date for the latest and greatest for all things Chef Brian Tsao? Then you should join my mailing list. Why should you join the mailing list? Well, it's a sneak peek of things to come that I don't plug right away on the main channel. For example, those on the mailing list got to hear about my merch collab with Frenchy for our straight out of compliments to the chef tees. Don't miss out on news like the new So You Wanna Get Fat podcast with Frenchy. Guess what? You don't have to miss out again by signing up. Lastly, your data is safe and it's not being used for anything else except to keep you up to date with all things Chef Brian Tsao. Be sure to visit the link in the description below and sign up for the mailing list today. Before we close out this episode, I do want to say thank you to all of my amazing patrons. Guys, thank you so much for your support. And remember, for the rest of you, by becoming a patron, you get to take advantage of some awesome perks like early access to new episodes, uncensored extended versions of certain episodes, and most importantly, patron exclusive content. Remember, don't be afraid to fail, cause it can only make you stronger. And with that said, I'm Chef Brian Tsao, not your typical chef.
Happy New Year! Yes!
Hey, who are you?
Oh, I'm Frenchy.
Say bye to the wide cam. Bye.